Hello once again, audience, and welcome to another episode of Mythos 101. Today, we have a new subject that we will be talking about today. Quick announcement first, stay tuned after the show for some pictures that I acquired specifically for this episode. Today, we will be discussing Mothman. Mothman is a legendary creature first reported seen in the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia from November 15th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967. The first newspaper report was published in the Point Pleasant Register dated 16 November 1966. Entitled Couple Sees Man-Sized Bird Creature Something. Mothman was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Barker in 1970, later popularized by John Keel in his 1975 book The Mothman Prophecies, claiming that Mothman was related to a wide array of supernatural events in the area and the collapse of the sewer bridge. The 2002 film The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere, was based on Keel's book. On November 12, 1966, five men who were digging in a grave at a cemetery near Clunderine, West Virginia, claimed to see a man-like figure fly low from over the trees with their heads. This is often attributed as the first known sighting of what would be known to become as Mothman. Shortly thereafter, on November 15th, 1966, two young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Mattel, told police they saw a large white creature whose eyes glowed red. When the car headlights picked it up, they described it as flying man with 10-foot wings following their car while they were driving in an area known as the TNT area, the former site of World War II munitions plant. During the next few days, other people reported similar sightings. Two volunteer firemen who sighted it, saying that it was a large bird with red eyes. And there were many other sightings still of this thing. Point Pleasant held its first annual Mothman Festival in 2002, and a 12-foot tall metallic statue of the creature, created by artist speculator Broad Roach, was unveiled in 2003. The Mothman Museum and Research Center opened in 2005 and is run by Jeff Wamsley. The festival's weekend-long event held in the third weekend of September. There are a variety of events that go on during the festival, such as guest speakers, vendor exhibits, and a high-ride tours focusing on the notable areas of Point Pleasant. This strange creature has made its way into pop culture a lot. In Season 5, Episode 4 of The X-Files Detour, Agent Mulder hypothesized that the supernatural events occurring may be related to this creature. However, Mulder refers to a group of creatures called the Mothmen as opposed to a singular. In Episode 2 of the short-lived TV series X-Testers, the researchers attempt to duplicate alleged photos of Mothman. The Luminoff tribe, a tribe of moth-like humanoid creatures appearing in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the Nintendo GameCube, may also be considered to be some kind of Mothman. In the video game Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Mothman is one of the three cryptozoology-based monsters, along with the Yeti and the flying humanoid. It also appears as an enemy again in Castlevania Portrait of Ruins. Mothman appears in an episode of Lost Tapes. Mothman is the Alice of Brian Lewis and Alan Moore's graphic novel Watchmen. there are plenty of films made with this specific creature. The Mothman Prophecies, Mothman, a sci-fi channel original movie, Eyes of the Mothman, Mothman Country. Thank you for joining me this time on Mythos 101. If you enjoyed, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.